Here are the 5 skills you need to become a trainee at a Tier 1 US law firm. I'm Hassan Akram. I'm an ex-investment banking, private equity, venture capital, and corporate law recruiter. But I also have clients at Tier 1 firms like White & Case, Ropes & Gray, and Sidley Austin. I've also spoken at MBA clubs at Harvard, Yale, and MIT, and I write for the world's biggest newspaper on elite career entry. Firstly, you need strong attention to detail. Strong attention to detail is a bedrock of a legal career, whether you're legal admin, a paralegal, a trainee, or a partner. You will just need this in every single work stream, whether it's writing an email, writing a client advisory note, or for instance, as a trainee in the corporate team doing company house checks. This is an absolutely key skill set which I cannot stress enough. We should look to develop this and continue to develop this, as simply put, a typo or an error is just not a good look in your legal career. The trait of being meticulous is consistently valued and mentioned by many partners when recruiting. So this is a very important skill, and I recommend cultivating this as soon as we can. So how can we develop this? I think very simply, do proofreading exercises, do formatting exercises. This is a great way if you get a pen and paper and look through things, scan for problems, scan for missing commas, there are typos, and looking to improve them. If there's one skill I recommend to get a training contract, it is this. Focus on this, because one of the biggest reasons why students don't get through at application stage is because of typos in their CV, in their application form, or on their employment history section. So please do focus on attention to detail. 2, a second skill vital to become a trainee, a White & Case, or a Freshfields is being a team player. Now, commercial law, frankly, we work in teams. We're not a barrister where you work in a chambers or a set. We work in teams. We work with other paralegals, trainees, associates, and partners. We have to be a team player. Being smart is simply not enough. Having 4 A stars at A level or 5 A stars at A level and doing PPE at Oxford simply is not enough. We need to be a team player who can work with others. Now, this is a trait continually tested throughout our recruitment process. That is where group exercises come in. One of the easiest ways to do well in a group exercise is simply to be nice, to be helpful, helping others. I think that's a great point. I love to build on that, and being constructive. Being a team player is absolutely key. I really do focus on this with many students I meet. Passing a recruitment process, a key part of that is being a good person and a nice professional. That gets you genuinely very far. Now, how can we develop this trait? Sports. Sports is a great way to develop this, especially team sports. If we're playing hockey or rugby or cricket or football or any other activity which involves teams, we should look to develop that, and we could encourage others, smile, use positive body language, and the like. But being a strong team player is absolutely key to getting a training contract, as if you don't show that skill set, I'm very unfortunate to say you're very unlikely to be successful. Working in commercial law, you have many stakeholders you need to work with, internal and external. We need to be a good team player. And that's how ultimately transactions happen. You work in a team. Thirdly, I would say being resilient. Being resilient is very important, because there will be times in your legal career where there'll be a lot of work to do. There may be a lot of doc review, many tasks that frankly require churn, redlining late at night. It may be tough. You will definitely have these instances, and resilience again happens all throughout one's career, whether as an associate building your book, or as a senior partner looking to develop your relationships even further. Resilience is absolutely key, and simply keeping on going, having grit is absolutely vital, and that is what firms genuinely look for. Having the ability to keep going, having grit, keeping on going, it's so important. Having stamina, because many deals last a long time. They may require you to work 2 or 3 in the morning, or even all night. This is absolutely key, this particular resilience point. And honestly, it very much is valued by recruiters. It also tells you your story. How can we show resilience? There's many different things we could do. We can very simply train for a sporting activity. Frankly, losing weight, body weight, is an example of great demonstration of resilience. 3, we could work in a sales job, selling anything on an outbound sales dialer. I myself used to work in a call center, but it's just a trait of keeping on going, which is really valued. Clients want counsel who can do that, and a partner, if they see a trainee who really keeps on going, gets stuck into a task. It may not be a glamorous task, or work late into the night, or do many other aspects. It is really, 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 really valued. Fourthly is commercial acumen. That's really understanding the commercial world. This is a key trait to excel as a trainee and frankly as an associate and as a partner. What we need to remember again is lawyers are business advisors. They're not just legal advisors, they're business advisors. They're advising ultra high net worth individuals, they're advising MNCs, multinational corporates, they're advising governments sometimes and sovereigns. You need to be able to have that commercial acumen and advise well. A client will never ask for a thick book of case law with their point. They will look to see if you can go forward and do what they want. That is what they want. They want a commercial answer that's sensible and helps them achieve their goals. And their goals could be many. It could be new market entry, it could be reputational defense, it could be many, many things. Clients want advisors who have commercial acumen. And that is what we're looking for at an early stage. When we're looking to recruit individuals, do they have the potential to be a commercial advisor? Because that is what the very best lawyers are. They're commercial advisors. Now, how can we demonstrate this at an early stage? There's many ways, but I think for me, one of the most effective ways is working for a small startup business. Why do I recommend a small business? Because very simply, you have to understand how a business works. You're very close to everything. There's just 3 of you, one's bringing in cash, one's doing ops, and one's doing sales. You have a very good understanding of how it works. There's 2 or 3 of you. When you're working with a big business, it's of course helpful. You can get a very good commercial understanding, but you're not as close to the direct line, so to speak. If there are just 2 or 3 of you, it literally could be selling pens. If you have an eBay account or an Amazon dropshipping account selling pens, there are just 2 of you. Both of you need to know what makes money. It's the pen. How are we marketing it? What are the sales channels? This is very important. But that is the key way I think we can develop commercial acumen. Working in a startup ideally, or working within a business. This is also helpful because when you get to an interview, you can say, I want to be a legal advisor because I know what a commercial entity may want. I worked in one. Yes, it may have been a very small scale one, but I know why I need legal advice. For the regulatory issue, with a tax issue, we need strong counsel. And for me, the 5th trait that makes a really good trainee and makes one stand out, there's many that I could say, but I think I would say strong drafting skills. A lawyer is a pensmith. Their job is to draft and write. Even with the influx of ChatGPT and AI, drafting is an absolutely invaluable skill that is frankly tested throughout your career and even at the start. By writing a strong application form, you're showing your strong legal drafting skills. And that's needed throughout. Whether you're writing a legal advisory note, drafting a contract, writing a letter or an email to a client, this is absolutely key. Clear and effective writing, which is generally characterized by short words, short sentences, clear English, not big long sentences we get in English literature essays. This makes a big difference. I really emphasize on drafting and drafting well because that is what enables success. Even at written exercise stage, if you can't draft clearly, effectively with subheadings and bullet points, it's difficult. I think you will really struggle. So that's a really key thing I recommend. Now, how can we tangibly develop this skill? Genuinely practice writing. One task I set clients is literally to read FT articles and then write, say, a 200-word piece demonstrating what they've learned. Clear in bullet points and distilling everything, or writing a short note. The more we practice, the better we get. Structured practice enables improvement. Now, there's two things I recommend you to do after this video. One is literally that task. Go to the FT or Reuters or any news article website without a paywall. If it's free, it's better. Even BBC News. And literally write a 200-word piece on what you've written. Distill it. What are the key points? What are the key thematic points? And why would a law firm be interested? It could be any law firm, but why would a law firm be interested in, for instance, extreme weather? Why would it be interested in project financings? I think that's one key point. And I think key point 2 is practicing structured speaking. I mention this a lot, but structured and clear speaking really does help you. Now, we could do, again, a similar exercise where we go away and we practice saying just 3 things. For instance, I'm really interested in football for 1, 2, 3 reasons. And just practicing that. It could be any entity, it could be film, dance, anything, but being really structured and clear. I'm interested for 1, 2, 3 reasons. I'm practicing that. I hope this video has been helpful. We'll be uploading much more content onto YouTube. Please join the free school community. The link is in the bio. There's much more content on getting into top careers. Look forward to seeing you all very soon, and hope you all secure training contracts very shortly.